station. Real. All the lovers of radio democracy. All the lovers of radio land. The voice of the masses. Hear this. Come on. Come down, selector. Come down, selector. 98.1. The voice of the people. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. The true voice of the people. Radio D.
Hello.
Real.
Check it out. Check it.
We did teach and preach, but good governance.
Real.
You want to see we country advance. You not get party, stand for democracy. You give everybody a chance.
98.1.
Radio democracy. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. Radio democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. Radio democracy. 98.1.
Okay, so una good evening, Fambol, and welcome to this edition of Ports R. Ports R na the program where they come to you live from the Sierra Leone Ports and Harbors Authority, and me where they bring the program for this edition for SECA, the institution. Me na Ibrahim Oni Nakamara, Principal Media Officer, and today we they come talk about a very important topic we get for do with environmental and port operations. And inside the program today, for come discuss on this topic here, I get three key big allejo them who can help me for discuss on this topic here. I get a representative from one of the concessionaires there, Mr. Patrick from the Freetown Terminal Limited. I also get with me at the studio, Madam Rikiatu, na the Nectar Sierra Leone Bulk Terminal NSBT, and I also get with me the senior environmental officer at the Sierra Leone Ports and Harbors Authority, Mr. Alpha Algali. Mr. Alpha Algali, welcome to the program, sir.
Welcome to everybody. Welcome to viewers.
Thank you. So, Mr. Patrick, welcome to this edition of Port R program, sir.
Welcome, family.
Yeah, Madam Rikiatu, welcome to the Port R program for this edition.
Thank you very much and welcome to my family.
Okay, so if I can start with Mr. Algali. So, waiting some of the environmental policies, them where the Sierra Leone Ports and Harbors Authority, they can put in place or don't put in place for protect the marine and the coastal environment.
As I can say, we Sierra Leone Ports and Harbors Authority, we are the landlord for the concessionaires them. During the time we build the agreement with the concessionaires them, we make sure say some of the laws them we related to environmental issues. We make sure say we embedded those laws into the concessionaires agreement. And like as I say, landlord, we actually look at monitoring. We also look at regulations and also make sure that the environment is well protected. So what do we do during this time when we did do this concessionaire agreement? We look at the laws that we already govern Sierra Leone, like looking at EPA's law of 2020. We make sure say all the laws that we related on protecting the environment, we embedded those laws into the agreement. Like make sure say whenever they operate, we get zero harm to the environment. We also make sure say we reduce any forms of pollution, and also whenever then they do major operations or major constructions related to the port, we make sure say then carry out the environmental impact assessment. We not particular documents they always be approved by the EPA. We make sure say some of the mitigative measures them way for protect the environment to make sure say we monitor them through an environmental management plan.
Yeah. So plenty thank you for way you respond to this question very well. And then they would take me now to the representative from the Freetown Terminal Limited. We're one of the key concessionaires in the port. Mr. Patrick, so within the environmental protection policies, them where they guide the operations of FTL at the ports.
Well, as I said, for all Freetown Terminal, we get the environmental management plan, and that plan is how best we make sure say we protect the environment we operate, and also how best we can work with the communities to see how best we do everything possible for the issue of environmental issues. So we also the partner with the APA, as I said. For we in Freetown Terminal, we get a consultancy firm, CMAT, who will work with them in terms of monitoring the environment to see, say, make sure, say, we comply with the regulatory law. We also the partner with the community in terms of giving them tools and also make sure infrastructures to make sure, say, we make sure, say, the environment is okay for us. We also get a skip bay where we picture the environment, which is help them so that then we'll get the environment clean and then we'll be able to help to avoid the sickness, then we will among people there. So these are what we are doing. We also, like I said, we are compliant with all regulation of EPA because these are national regulations.
Okay, so from your response, una strictly they comply with EPA laws them and the regulations them, and you same way so talk say una they as well collaborate with communities and in some ways they give back to them, right? Yeah. Maybe like in a form of una corporate social responsibility.
Yeah.
How impactful them activities them wanna do and this we also wanna give back to communities and.
Well, as I said, we did that one to create an awareness with the community, and then it's paying way because like we are creating job for them, we are giving them tools. Okay. So like the collaboration is highly working with them. Like also like we say like before they used to dump their waste into the drainages, and when rain come, then they also like a block. Yeah, so what we are giving them tools and food so that they can help for able to clean the drainages. So the collaboration is highly working. That we are like good partners.
Excellent. Okay, so let this one take me now to Madam Rikia too, the rep from the Nectar Stellenbosch Terminal. So which systems them were they in place for prevent marine pollution from on our terminal operations in the port?
All right, okay. For NSDT, we get lots of systems where we don't put in place because we care very much for the environment where we work. As the marine decide we establishment there and whatever it is, we the benefits from where we company the benefits from the marine environment we get them. So we get for try as much as possible for protect them because they say inside they get your hands on water they protect. So I can try for list as some. I'll try for list some of the things the way we did. Alright, I'll try for list some of the things the way we did do. So firstly, when it comes to operation, especially when it comes to bulk and break bulk operation, because that's the major activities where we don't undertake now, we own part of the terminal. We try for raise awareness to the laborers there when the stevedores where they work, for let them know say during the course of operation, they're not for dump anything into the water because then they go cause siltation and also go and bog marine life. We also they prevent any spillage for going inside the water, especially when also we can get clinker operations. What we they do? We get tarpaulin or they run through the vessel where they come over to the land. So if any spillage happen, directly we they able to collect them from the tarpaulin and put them to shore so that nothing will go spill into the water. We also get a policy to we staff them all where they are aware of say nobody not for litter, not for to weigh anything the water. We get that make we get in different in dustbin or trash thing we will put around the different areas at the terminal. We all man know say whatever in garbage you get now inside under you for litter. We also they prevent people one the way they can for third parties, the way they can for car walk now with terminal for let them not go too close to the key line because when you get access for go near the water and that time you go feel say you can do anything. So during the course of operation we get with HSC supervisors and officers the way they are around with the monitor that people are not go too close to the water so that they not go either for down inside there we will cause anything or also let them not drop anything into the water. So those are the measures that we put in place for prevent marine pollution.
Okay, so that's a very good one. So let this one take begin to you because now a related question and as a key concessionaire, I mean they don't rob much to per hour and can some of the activities they do for prevent pollution. the marine environment. So as the landlord, as SLPHA, na the environmental wing, waiting na some of the measures them way the institution through our directorates don't put in place for reduce pollution within and around port facilities.
Just like as you say, we are the landlord, we get people them, we are the concessionaires them, we actually they do the day-to-day activities of the port. Like we say, we get different measures that we don't put in place. Like one for monitors the operations, for make sure say indeed whatever operations the concessionaires then they do, they align with the environmental impact assessment as well as laws relating to environmental protection within the port. So for example, we notice whenever clinker they come, we can get issues in terms of dust. Based on the EPA and the EIA where they don't carry, which is the environmental impact assessment where they don't carry, for make sure say them for reduce the dust as best as possible. In that nature, what we they do, they make sure say we monitor the operation. One, they make sure say the vehicle the way they operate for reduce the amount of speed, then reduce the speed, reduce the amount of tonnage or load where the vehicle and the tow. So as a result, then we increase the dust where they within the air. We not just stop that, we also look at the land pollution, because when you look at pollution, how they measure them, they look at the sea, we look at the air, we look at the land. Land, we also look at how then they manage their waste. So we get a system in place to the technical service. They make sure say each and every concessionaires clean the environment, make sure say whatever garbage they collect, then take them to a recognized dump site, they not dump at the sea. So we get a lot of things that they do in terms of monitoring them operations so that the environment will be protected.
Okay, that's a very good one. If you join in at the program, these Ports are where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 and Trace FM 93.3. And as same way, so you can stream the program live now the Facebook page of Radio Democracy 98.1. And me they bring the program to one today for the sake of the authority. Mina Ibrahim Wani Nakamara, Principal Media Officer. So, Mr. Patrick, you go please explain the implementation process of the pedestrian-free concept, then at the truck, pedestrian, the dedicated walkway policy, as same as the entry, the process terminal, the entry past them.
Before we take over the port, we get a lot of accidents that happen within the port. And then most of these accidents are a result of the human and machine relationship. So what we did, we developed the pedestrian-free yard concept, and this concept is to make sure that we have less pedestrian on yard. So in that implementation, we first look at the vehicle entry process. Like before we get Bokumotka, they can park at the terminal. So when the machine they operate, either a jam posting or a jam motorcar. So we now develop a one policy, the vehicle entry policy, no mission, no entry. So before now they can report, information say you get a business route in the port. But before people they can park inside the terminal, they find business. So that make we reduce number. We also look at to say we reduce the number of people on terminal. Before we get the consignees, you get also the vehicle owners, and you get clerks. But what we did first is to get out the documentation area where they go get TDO, we get invoices, so we put that outside. So this was a drive to ensure that we reduce the number of people on terminal. So that have helped us greatly. We also have a shuttle bus service that now any worker on terminal. The bus is taking from point A to point B, so that you don't go work and get affected by the machine operation. We also get, in case we get breakdown or area in the way short, we get dedicated walkways. Without you go past, we don't go mix with the machine and trucks then. So this is great. We also get an area with no pedestrians. For instance, the BAT 7 operation. We also get the STS, we get the RTGs, nobody should come down there. So like we fight to get zero pedestrian on terminal, that's the goal. But for now we don't minimize the great number that can say lesser person. And we are policemen job. We also create safe zone. Usa you go tin up and wait, they safe when machine will meet you, not gonna go back you. So these are the main by the pedestrian-free yard concept.
Yeah, that's a great one because safety first.
Yep.
You know, the safety of the staff them and people them with the on board. I think it comes first. Yeah. Now the reduction or the minimization of the number of pedestrians and we and will be allowed. during operations. So I don't get a specific number. I don't know I'm down to a specific number when I'm for day during operations.
Well,
Pedestrians.
well, like I said, we don't really reduce the number. For now, if you see number of people on terminal, can be the drivers.
Okay.
Because the consignees, the ITO, the drivers, and the IT vehicle owners and the clerks, they are also stay outside. They are not allowed no longer on terminal. So if you only have say, somebody going to the you get somebody like consignee going on terminal, maybe you will use the footbridge from the SLPG end going to the scanning. From the scanning, nobody is going about that point. So drastically has been reduced. And getting our invoicing and also our TDO outside, have reduced the great number. So you only have like the drivers now really are the main people working on terminal, because now then the interface with the yard personnel for loading the container, it may be customs examinations are the few areas we have in people now.
Okay. So now a good one. So, Madam Rekiatu, they can say salon we get poor waste disposal culture. So we must manage the waste. And this why also they take me to the question they ask say, waiting the Nectar Sierra Leone bulk terminal they do for ensure proper waste management within the terminal, management and disposal within the terminal.
All right, okay. For Nectar Sierra Leone bulk terminal, we get different things that we don't put in place. Firstly, we be done subcontract, we cleaning service to a third party. We getting personnel we in a terminal every day for make sure say the terminal is always clean and tidy. And that I can tell you, if you go now with terminal anytime you go meet and say the housekeeping is top notch. So that part of it has been, subcontracted to a third party. We also subcontract the person where they collect the waste where they can go at the dump site. So that person they instead of getting your personnel the way after the one where they don't clean, then get different areas the way then they put, they garbage them. Then in get in your personnel the way they go take them from then different spots here, take them out to the skip bin. So we get an initiative where we don't develop with the community for raise awareness for let them not dump then garbage now then drainages then because if then drop then garbage at the drainages, if rain come it go wash and come into the terminal and of course we go get flooding. So because we don't want that kind of thing there, we get a skip bin out of we terminal gates where we encourage the community people then for can dump them waste them. So whatever garbage we produce now with terminal, also we put on na the skip bin outside where it full, the person where they for collect the waste in personnel within at the terminal, then can give them a call say the bin don't full. So automatically then they come for can collector and empty them so that the bin will always be empty and free for the people then able for empty the waste day. Also we can partner with the community where they can get initiative like we rain season can so they can cancel we say well we want follow on a support for we clean we area. We all know that area the most times we hear about flooding we can happen one follow on a help we for we clean with community so that when rain go begin come we know we get blockages na the drainage and all the rest of it. So then they also na a means of for collect garbage out of the terminal so that we terminal will not go be affected in case we big rain can we go lead to flooding.
Okay, so Fumble, if una dey watch we live na Facebook or una dey listen the program, this na Ports R where they come to you live from the Society of Radio Democracy 98.1 and Choice FM 93.3. And today I dey with three key guests them. One from the Sierra Leone Ports and Harbors Authority, the one from Nectar Sierra Leone Bulk Terminal, and another one from Freetown Terminal Limited. And me where they bring the program to una today for sake of the authority, me na Ibrahim Munina Kamara, Principal Media Officer. Mr. Algali, so you go able to tell me if the SLPHA they consider for using renewable energy technology in the future, or they don't work on them now, given that not the new trend, as in other countries?
Yes, when it comes to renewable technology, this is not a new trend in terms of global warming, how cable fights global warming. It's very important. And already, as I say, there's a project we are working on for make sure, say, very soon, some of the warehouses them or the sheds that we are available for make we able fit them with solar panels so that we be able to get a backup system. But not just that, we make sure so we monitor the concessionaires, and we themselves they do similar things because we are all working as a team. We know say AGL themselves get something similar with them they do right now. We in a solar panel. We at least they give some amount of energy because when we look at renewable energy, it's very important for the future because with time, waiting that we plan for the port is for make the port become a green port, wherein most of the energy we use will be 100% renewable. We some of this energy we use, we just use them for we save, but we will even transfer into vessels that way they can so that we will reduce the emissions. So as I say, we are working on to a green port. Wherein very soon we will begin dish out some of the projects and we really related to green energy or green ports, and it will be very, very important towards the environment. So they work on that seriously. There's a project on that.
Yeah. So working towards the green ports, that's a very good one because that's the new trend, and now the ports they try to modernize, in operations. So if then they will be achieved, I think it will be a plus, and it will really add a lot to the ports in image. So Mr. Patrick of FTL, you will please highlight some of the key achievements then where the Freetown Terminal Limited don't make in environmental management in the recent times, key achievements.
For we at the AGL group, we get the green terminal policies. So we are working on that one over the years, and then we achieved from Bureau Veritas, we can report it. So we get certificate for a green terminal on that area there also. We also don't work with the EPA to ensure that we are certified in all our operations what we are doing. We also try to reduce the impact of our activities from 2019 to 2022 like 30%. We will reduce our impacts of our activity, how they affect the community. We will also implement a robust waste management plan we put in place. That we have a subcontractors where they work with we. And these subcontractors, they are being licensed from the EPA. We work with people that are registered and certified from the EPA. We also have a means of dumping this waste that they have given a certificate when they go dump the waste into the approved dumping site. We also don't create awareness among our team to make sure say their environmental awareness is there. Because say your activity not affect the environmental operate. So these are measures we are putting in place. We also don't move to the e-energy. We don't get electric tobacco. Now we don't care when they use petrol. We just a connection to make sure that we are working on the emission of smoke. We also get a robust maintenance plan that our equipment are being maintained to ensure that they not pollute the air with smoke. So we get this preventive maintenance going on every monthly basis. We are also working with get spill contingency plan that if we get anything with spill, we ensure say this spill not go into the sea. So that because you go to the sea, will affect all of us, maybe the fish that we eat and other creatures within the sea. So we have done a lot, like I said, also community, how to manage them waste. Because we get a big drainage. Initially they used to dump this waste to the drainage, and this waste is going inside the sea. So we get this keep bin where we spend a lot of money at the end of the month. For ensure say we now stop. These are the community awareness we are creating. We now stop for dump the waste into the sea, we now dump the waste in the sea so that so the sea will affect all of us. So these are some of the moves we don't take. Also we look at the plastic move. Before we get a lot of water bottles what they use for our staff. So we don't stop that one and we don't implement the dispensers. We deploy all dispensers at all locations. So we don't reduce the plastic bottle of water before we give it to our staff. So these are some of the achievements, but it's challenging to get the other wider people working with us, like the drivers, other people working with us, when they go the plastic stuff inside. But for our staff, we don't make sure we don't get that on our belt that nobody they use water bottle, everybody is using the dispenser. So this is some of our achievements.
Yeah, that's excellent. I want to commend you on that because cutting down on the use of plastic materials, I think it will help for manage waste because plastic they constitute for vast majority of the waste in all the gas now the environment. And so I can see the synergy between the concessionaires and how they try to combat waste management, in other ports. So Madam Wekiatu, you go please rub more, given the increased rate of accidents now, you go rub more on how the NSBT, the monitor and respond to risk and accident cases in the terminal.
Sure. So for we na NSPT, we take safety paramount. In fact, safety na we top priority. Anything we want for do, we dey look at the safety aspect of it. Whatever operation, we dey do risk assessment for know exactly wetin na the risk level before we undertake am. So we don put in plenty things in place for raise awareness about safety, for prevent or minimize accidents na with terminal, because as high risk operational area, we no go say we dey operate then accidents no happen, no, but wetin we dey do for minimize am. So one of them, we dey all toolbox talk with the drivers them every Wednesday at 7 in the morning. Wetin are the toolbox? Na a safety talk wey we dey talk to the drivers about things the way na safety related things, the way they happen, when a challenge with the operation within the terminal, and wetin are the recommendations, wetin we dey recommend to them or on how they for operate within the terminal. We also dey get toolbox also with the stevedores them. That are the people wey they can work as laborers on board vessels. Then they also na another area where we can also get incidents or accident, but with the emergence of this in toolbox talks to them also don't improve that we don't really minimize on we incidents and accidents report. We also they engage with staff. We get with staff when we weekly every Friday toolbox. We will engage with staff also for let themselves get the awareness, because it's not just about talking to the third party. And they say charity begins at home. So we staff there also, we engage them for let them know exactly within our safety, within are the things that we're not supposed for they do. You know, with that enlightenment, we don't see a drastic reduction in incidents or accidents within the terminal. We also get plenty signages then at the terminal. Within them signages there, now them small posters they will post around where they caution people, where they warn people and say this, you know, for do this thing at this particular area, or this thing now this is accepted for do. So we person can inside, like you not see anybody when a HSC person, but when you look at the wall, you know exactly what's prohibited and what's not prohibited, what is acceptable, what's at the bare minimum, or what is expected of you now each area. Because as a terminal, we get different zone. We get with green zone, we get with yellow zone, and we get with red zone. And we are very strict and we enforce how these zones are being operated, how people and they get access to them. For example, we red zone when at the surface operation. Yeah, and that we are very strict about who that they go there, and we also they ensure that full PP compliance is monitored. If you not get the full PP where we required for red zone, when at the surface, when at the helmet, now you flasher, now you boots, we they take you out of that zone day, because we're in the high risk area where machine they move around, vessel lifting equipment and self they go on. So if you go there, you not protect yourself, then casualty go happen, and we don't want that now with terminal. Even with yellow zone, they will enforce that the third parties, then people where they come into a terminal and they use the pedestrian walkway, because with that the interface between human and vehicle they reduce drastically when you use the pedestrian walkway. Unlike first the way you go just see people and they move around, all man just they cross before motor car and machine. No, then they say we don't try for reduce them as best as we can. So as a terminal, we really they try. Even though sometimes we can get some challenge with people, because sometimes and some people like you say, not to what you don't not to today big can say what aki, you don't see what be the kaya na this be they do that, then they be okay say no, we not say na this you don't use, na the culture that you don't use, but this na the safe practice, this na this you're supposed to do. So we can get them kind back and forth, but we can see how we can manage for explain to people and let them understand. Say now we think about safety, and safety is very important. So not only we as a terminal person, but even yourself, if you want for left your host, for can ports, for can do whatever business, and go back safely to your family. But you go only do that where you comply to all the safety rules and procedures will fix around the terminal. So there are lots of initiatives that we put in place, and then they don't really help. We don't really reduce on we incidents and accident rate within the terminal.
Yeah, that's impressive. Fambole Masunayeri, safe practice, na the key priority na the ports. And if you just join the program, this now the Sierra Leone Ports and Harbors Authority where they come to you from the Society of Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. And you can add your voice and contributions to the program by sending a message to the number 981 or dropping it as a comment. Now the Facebook page, live Facebook page of Radio Democracy. And so me they bring the program to una today. Me na Ibrahim Nakamara, Principal Media Officer SLPHA. Now so go on for pause now and take a short break. We'll come back to una very soon. Una continue for add una voice na the program through the number on the official Facebook page na the live comments, and we'll ensure una say we'll bring the questions and all any concerns and to Fambulen. Yes, Famulem. So, una welcome back to the program after the break. If you just join with this, Sierra Leone Ports and Harbors Authority where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 and same way so on Choice FM 93.3. You can continue for add your voice to the program by texting, the Facebook comments live or the number 981981, and we'll go ensure you will bring the comments and we'll get them all out at the program. So today I get 3 key stakeholders them I missed, then come follow we discuss on the topic of today, and I get somebody from SLPHA Environment, somebody from NSBT Winner Nectar Sierra Leone Bulk Terminal, and somebody from FTL Winner Freetown Terminal Limited. So Mr. Alpha Algali, waiting at the major risk we face the port and how then risk are so how we manage them, how the risk are so they be managed.
Okay. The major risks them, then so many, but some they would only handle. The first one we would look at now the municipality encroachment within the port. And our municipality they just like waiting me colleagues and don't say earlier on, these are residential people that we there around our area, they also add to the environmental problems that we get like throwing plastics and all that stuff. Even now and day, just like within the concessionaires, they don't already make provisions for them so that then garbage they not go easily drop them directly into the sea, but at least dedicated trash cans that they don't identify. But not stop there. Again, we look at the entire municipality, wherein most of this grey water or garbage they come up from the municipality within the port where they come into the sea. And now one day, whenever it come, the risk we get sedimentation. And whenever we get sedimentation, because of this grey water or this gutter water, thinking, say we they come in, it increase the seabed. So as a result, vessel them we get certain height, not be able to come inside because once this sedimentation don't come in, pass we get for dredge. And that's what we can do usually when we don't notice some of the bats the way them vessel are the park, they're not able to park it because of this sedimentation. And once that happens, pass we get for Fenway to the concessionaires, then we carry dredging machines them, then take them out, take the waste, and we make sure say before they carry out them kind operations, then they carry out an EIA for make sure say the dredge materials we then they collect, then drum pan aside one we know to area we not protected area, we go affect the environment. Also another thing we look at is plastic. Plastic is a serious concern globally as well as locally. What we notice is that, most of whenever we get heavy rains, some of them plastics here and debris, waste, then they come very close to the port. And the areas and the vessel and then can need water for cool the engine. At times, this will become a serious concern. We now want to affect the normal operations of the vessel in there. So now they get serious aesthetic value to the environment as well as the operations within the port. These are some of the key things, and we get other things in there, but we'll discuss on later. But these are the major ones we will envisage, we will get regularly whenever we do in operations.
Yeah, so, always challenges in the day, but now how you manage the challenges them, now really matter. So, Mr. Patrick of FTL, so please tell me, given that now, drug abuse and misuse don't boku among young people in Sierra Leone, and within our FTL alcohol and drug policies?
For us at FTL, we get zero tolerance for drugs and alcohol. And based on that one, they enforce the policy, we create awareness. Make sure we create the mindset people to aware, because in our belief, when you create awareness lead to action, and action will lead to a better future. So we educate our people on drugs abuse, and we also get the mindset say we operate in a fast-paced, safety-focused environment. So drugs is not zero tolerance to drugs on Freetown Terminal, because the machine that we get, we will operate with. If anybody other uses alcohol, it will cause danger. Either it kill person or either it will destroy the equipment. So alcohol is zero tolerance. So even in possession of alcohol on terminal will be dismissed. We also they work in compliance with the local law. For us on terminal, not only the policy is to ensure that somebody can walk and go home safely. Our equipment is a capital investment to ensure that we equipment them in safe hand. So the drugs policy is something we push not only on terminal, we also engage the community. The two communities we operate, the Moab community and then the sister community, we create drug sensitization on the community. Because we are looking at it that we get a lot of staff that we work with, we deal at the community. So we make sure we also engage the community in getting drugs abuse. We also partners with NGOs to see how best we will come drugs. Just the 26th of June, we just celebrate the World Day Against Drug Trafficking. In this celebration, we also engage the key stakeholders like TOCU, one for what the law they say to our people. We encounter with also NDLA because they are art creative for drugs. Yeah. So we invite them on this celebration so that they give an insight as to the fight against the drugs. The imagine training. We also invite customs, how they manage our borders, how they see the kind of country, whose means they are using. So the fight against drugs is this we take very serious, and we partner with different entities and authorities to see that zero tolerance on drugs abuse.
Yes, so zero tolerance for drug and alcohol abuse, and not only partner with key other stakeholders and for ensure say we fight against drug. That's a very good one. Fambolem, the program Port R, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 and Choice FM 93.3. Continue for our voice na the program. You comment your questions and your concerns to the number 077-981-981 or na the live comment section of the Facebook page of Radio Democracy. So, Madam Rekiatu, you go please tell me some of the major investments them we Nectar Sierra Leone Bulk Terminal don't make in modern equipment them for support sustainable operations?
Yes. So we just construct a new bath where the authority identify as bath 8. We now a very huge capital intensive project where we undertake for we improve on we operational capacity and efficiency. And the bath they take a vessel of about 230 but not like 250 meters with a depth of 12 meters draft, so that they able for accommodate any big vessel where they come. So that's a very one of the huge capital intensive thing that we do. We also they invest in with equipment that we they use. So it's not just about creating the bath, which they use for operate the bath with. That's not the equipment them. We get so much equipment them for operate. We also get we way bridge, and now we they try for go live na Hastings as the ports don't try for decongest the terminal. So there is a high CD at Hastings where the ports don't create, so that the empty containers or some containers and for the take do some activities there. We also don't take one of we way bridge from the port, so don't take and go Hastings, and we will go live very soon. Where that also is a very huge capital intensive project for us, but we also look at how it supports the general operational activities of the port. We also, when it comes to sustainability, I just throw light on that a little bit. We also we don't invest in solar. So we get solar with a panel, we administrative area and also with technical area. Then they help for support with operational activities that will limit with pollution, so that we not to rely on electricity or generator running, but we also depend on solar because it's a very huge in capacity that we solar they protect they produce. So we get plenty equipment that we don't invest in, and we operation they go very smoothly.
Okay, thank you very much. So Fambolem, the program na ports are, and you watch we live from 98.1 Radio Democracy na the Facebook page, or you listen to we from Choice FM 93.3 FM. So today I get key stakeholders that I missed, and somebody from SLPH Environment, somebody from FTL Freetown Terminal Limited, and another guest from Nectar Sierra Leone Bulk Terminal NSBT. And Mr. Alpha, so waiting, not to tell you talk about the risk them where the institution face for its operations then. Waiting the key challenges then with the authority they face when it comes to whether they implement then sustainable environmental practices for ensure say the environment where they work we protect the and is safe for we all.
Okay. Just like as I mentioned earlier, one of the challenges finance, because as we plan for go green completely, we need huge capital investment for make sure say some of them things that are where we plan for make the port become green could be implemented. So finance now one big thing. And when you do go from normal port operation to a green port, involve a huge capital investment. So this now one of the issues that we will get, and we believe say if we able to overcome the financial aspect of it, then we will succeed in terms of implementing the green port. But not just that, we also look at training. Training is another thing we need for look at when a big challenge in terms of implementing this green port or sustainable port, wherein we need people for be trained in those areas, wherein at least we're able to implement some of the new technology and development that we related to green port. But not just that, we also look at resistance from other people and maybe the communities, how they go able work with this new development, wherein at times, just like we other colleagues they don't say, there are times when you implement new changes, it can be very difficult for people to implement them, for follow them. So that another resistance are the people who they live with, and as well as maybe the community also. Because them get for come when we apply this green environment, we not go want any garbage for be thrown into the sea, neither within the port or outside the port. So once we start then kind of thing, and they will get difficulty in implementing, but we will make sure say indeed at the end of the day we will succeed in the future, that we get a very green port, we will be sustainable, it will bring new players them on the field so that we will attract new investment in terms of other companies that we they look at sustainable port or green port, so then we will work with we in the future.
Yeah, so Fambolem, the program Ports Are, it comes to you live from 98.1 FM, Radio Democracy, and Choice FM 93.3. And the topic now environmental protection and sustainable ports operations. WISI gets them from Freetown Terminal Limited, FTL. I get with me Mr. Patrick Bisano, the QHSE manager. I also same way to get with me Madam Rakia Tukul, the HSE manager for Nectar Sierra Leone Bulk Terminal, and I get with me Mr. Alpha Algali, senior environmental officer, SLPHA. Mr. Patrick, how FTA they ensure compliance, strict compliance with national and international environmental health and safety standards? We camper in day-to-day operations, like every day.
Yeah, once we look at environmental sustainability, and one key vital aspect we're looking at it. As I said earlier, that's why we partner with the make sure say we comply with national and international rules and regulations. So as I said, we all follow the requirement by EPA for ensure that everything EPA they put in place will work towards that mandate and day. As I also we implement a very robust waste management plan to ensure our activities or the activity within our operational area are very secure, and then we operate with people we think they are being registered that can take the waste to the approved dumping site. Economically, we look at how do we improve our energy consumption. Like I said, we call it about the solar system. We also don't invest in the electric turbine. That this is also improve. Say we mean business. Because before we turn the port, you don't get that kind of equipment again. You get RTG, you get STS, you get ship to shore equipment there. So we don't invest a lot. As I said, we're also working on the energy project. We also create employee awareness training, even the subcontractors, to ensure that they are compliant. Because like we are doing training, we are doing empowerment with the community and our people, subcontractor working with us. So all this is like when the people know what to do, they get the awareness, then can be in compliance with national and international regulations. We also look at compliance from the vessels where they come within the port. That we make sure say they're in compliance with the local laws. Because like we don't forget the scenario that the council where we don't our country we will affect the people there. So also they make sure say the ship coming to the port, they are in compliance with law. We also invest in like security monitoring. We have a dedicated CCTV room, 24-hour service that they monitor all aspects within the port. So these are the measures we are putting in place to ensure.
Yeah, so that's a very good one. And Madam Rekia, to please, you don't more span how they create awareness, charity begins at home, they ensure say staff them, they're well aware about safety, because safety first and a top priority for una. But how they undertake environmental awareness in communities via community outreach? We get for do it maybe just outside areas of operation.
We got a very good working relationship with the CDAP committee of Kanike community. So as a terminal operator, it's part of the obligation for do CDAP for whichever community we did, and we don't do. Currently, we just conclude the CDAP with a 5-year document where the start is 2026 to 2030. So we got a very good working relationship with the community, and then can highlight so we exactly waiting at the environmental needs, to be specific on the environment, what exactly they need. And when they carry whatever projects and carry, we can look at it, give necessary advice and support so that they go able for accomplish them. Because if we're not able for support we immediate neighbors, then we immediate environment to start with the work, then it will be difficult for it, because whatever it is affects the up or out of the terminal, it will definitely spill over and affect you into the terminal. So let's say for example, there's a big garbage we block the main road. we operation go cease because wetin do trucks dem no go able for calm inside we terminal for can't in undertake operation. That go starve we vessel and e go reduce on we operational efficiency. Even we when a staff themselves no go able for get access for kind to the terminal because wetin do the road dey block. So we get a very good working relationship with we CDAP committee in Akanike. So whatever it is they come up with, as long as it is something justifiable, because we're not going to just say anything we then come out with and say this no. As long as it is justifiable and it's something that we can support, we can fully support them for we able to achieve the common goal for we all. We go make we all live in coexistent peacefully in the community. And just last week also in one of the support, though it's not on the environmental side but it's on the educational side, the committee began to wait and say we say they need support on this particular thing. We say okay, we give them the support on women's empowerment and then hold the graduation last week Saturday where we been go, which was very beautiful to see. For let you see you don't invest in a particular thing, then you can see the end product of it. We see the picking away graduating, the things that we then graduate and all the rest. So we get a very good working relationship with the community.
Excellent. You talk about investments in something we later you see with the give joy. And this one for make ask my last question to Mr. Patrick of FTL. Salone a very youthful country, many young people and I believe say even the one that we now and the staff them now. FTL constitutes young people as well. What in FTL they do for support education and youth empowerment with operations there?
Well, for we think say education a vehicle where they drive a nation to success. So with a partner with the community, we have two communities we operate with. We have Moab and Seaside. So we donate school materials every year to this community. We also give scholarships to people in universities. SS level, and then more we focus more for women there. More women that give more priority to the women. So we provide all this facility for them. We also look at who send them for study. We provide a facility where they can provide lights, solar lights, water, so they can study. You know, like we put premium value on education. We also create some skill, with a party on skill development for them. Because when you educate them, give them skill, instead of going to drugs, they will be empowered and do something. We also look at women empowerment, how we support the women. Small scale businesses also the community will support what they're thinking because these are what we are doing to make sure that they engage. Because normally people living within the port community, they look say the port na the farm. Na they for farm. So look at say when you educate them, you empower them, then you go back say work on the skill, which I don't learn on the education so put this before. And the good thing also here is that we also get people that now who don't get scholarship from the community, where they work with we now as staff for Freetown Terminal Limited. So it's not back only giving them education, but we are also giving them employment. So they create employment for these youth among the community.
Okay. So thank you very much. Now I want to pause here for me to take some of the comments and questions them from we listeners and viewers them. So this one from Mr. David Richard and he want to thank you for the program and he's saying the following live from Liberia. So thank you very much, Mr. David Richard. And this one, I think he directed straight to Mr. Patrick and the viewer or the listener they try for know within the authority they do about encroachment. Say because too much problem and the port facilities all side of the quay now don't be occupied with people, you know, now neighboring houses and zinc houses and all of that. Within the authority they do for combat that very thing they given that it go lead to a major problem.
Okay, just like as I say, one, what we try for do, one, they in constant sensitization with them people in there, in as much as we try for expand, but we in constant consultation with them because those area where them people in there, now a potential for expansion. We constantly they engage with them. One may not come too close because that's not the thing. Because already we get a perimeter fence right across the port. We actually in a barrier, even though that's the affect we operation because to them areas and the then community and they will be very close to the port. We can get so many issues relating to not just on environmental but security issues. That's why we we get the ISPS code. We actually they look into them things in there because we not just look at the environmental aspect, but the security. Wherein we constantly they monitor them and make sure say at least wherever they did until we get future development for the areas. And a classical example now the time where we extend the BAT from BAT 6 to BAT 7. We constantly be engaged with them people in there because at the end of the day, these areas are potential areas for the expansion of the port. So that's now what we do for now. We engage with them and tell them, say, these places are not yours. You are here temporarily because they are Sierra Leoneans. We cannot just take them out immediately. But that's what we do. We engage with them, tell them, say, indeed, you are here temporarily, and whenever development come, we will make sure, say, we'll take on them out. That's now what we do for now. Now, constant engagement.
Okay, so thank you very much. And these other comments are compliments, and the comments are they thank the presenter for the program. And so I want to ask Madam Rikiatu for your last message na the program, please.
All right, so your last statement good day around safety. I want for tell all we Fambule, especially the way they come into the port, into the terminal area, for let them comply to with safety principles, with procedures, with safety signages, and let them come in full PP compliance. And we hope for make them very safe as long as they comply with them with the procedures in our terminal.
Okay. So as Nalonyeri listeners and viewers, strict adherence to safety practices within the ports, because that one day so go even protect you whilst you within the port environment. And then na Madam Rikiatu Cole and in the HSE manager na NSBT. NSBT na non-free concessionaires in the ports, and NSBT na Nectar Sierra Leone Bulk Terminal. And now I pass the mic to Mr. Patrick Bisano, when are the QHSE manager and FTL. Which will be your last comment on the program today, sir?
I just want to buttress for me, Colina. So, we made the rules. It's not to inconvenience people. It's to make them safe. Sometimes we get, this place that they get loaded to pass mark. We don't do that for inconvenience people. We want to make sure, say, you come within the port, you do your business, and go home safely. That's the goal we are sending. Not to make life difficult for anybody. So they look at their compliance, their support, their cooperation. Because we are doing all these things to make sure, say, you come safe, you go home safe. Our staff, our subcontractors, even if you still come to the port. So safety is paramount, safety is first.
Yeah, so safety paramount, and everybody for no say, your safety come first, because when you safe, you be able to do what you actually supposed to do, and it will keep you alive. And that one they take me to my other guest na the program today, when I'm Mr. Alpha Algali, Senior Environmental Officer at the Sierra Leone Ports and Harbors Authority. Waiting will be your last comment or message na the program today, sir.
Okay. I go on for thank the people and we make them comment, and also want for tell people and say the Sierra Leone Port Authority, even though it is serve as economic good for the country, but also we they adhere to all environmental issues, then make sure say indeed we improve the environment and move towards a sustainable port. We not just stop that, we look at modernization. With the leadership of Ascabio, we believe so we will modernize the port to a point that other people, other institutions or other companies then will adhere to we and make sure say we develop the nation as one. I want to tell all listeners them, thank you.
Yeah, so not only under the visionary leadership of we Director General Yankuba Ascabio, we move towards a modernized port. So Fambule, Muna thank you for follow the program today. Now the Society of Radio Democracy, the topic we talk about today now environmental protection and sustainable ports operation. And we bring the program to una today, Mina Ibrahim Onina Kamara, Principal Media Officer SLPHA. So now so I take the course on the program. So we'll meet next time.